To be a communicator at the highest level, at a professional level, you need to be able to convince people of things, to help change their mind, lead them logically to a conclusion that benefits both you and them. And that takes a lot more skill than just knowing how to carry on a conversation. So the following video is part of our durable skills as it relates to communication training on MindSage. So check it out and see if you knew this or if this is a skill that you should develop.
Are you a good communicator? What makes someone an effective communicator? Being a good listener helps. So does being able to understand your listener's viewpoint. However, in this lesson, we will cover something called the states of communication. In MindSage, we use this scale to better understand our listener's emotional state, which then enables us to adapt our communication and guide them toward a positive outcome. Here's what the states of communication scale looks like. On the right are positive states, and on the left are negative states. In the middle is the state of tolerance, which is the most common or default state. Tolerance is where most people are when you start talking to them, especially if they're strangers. So let's explore how being aware of the states of communication can make us more effective communicators. As mentioned earlier, most people initially listen to us in the state of tolerance. The first few words we say will help them decide whether they want to continue listening or not. Let's consider a scenario at home. Imagine your younger sister FaceTimes you while you're doing homework in your room. You'll pause to listen, but you'll be in the state of tolerance. If she asks, "Can you drive me and my friends to the movies on Friday?" You know what she has to say isn't super important and respond with something like, "Can we discuss this later?" However, if she says, "A boy at school said something to me, and I don't know what it meant, but all his friends were laughing," you'll realize that this could be something significant. Now, you'll start listening in the state of acceptance. You might even say, "Tell me more," or "Go on, I'm listening." In the state of acceptance, a person wants to hear more. Suppose your sister tells you what the boy said, and you realize that what was said was completely inappropriate and offensive. You move into the state of appreciation because you are glad or appreciate that your sister told you about something so important. You know something needs to be done about this situation and boy. So you explain why what was said was inappropriate, start discussing what to do about it, and who you should tell. You also provide your sister with some encouragement and reassurance. In doing all of this, you have moved into the state of engagement. You have engaged in the conversation and are no longer just a passive listener. Let's pause here before we look at the negative states of communication. Can you remember the positive states of communication? Let's use our example. The younger sister FaceTimed her older sister who was busy with homework. So at first, the older sister tolerated her younger sister. When she realized her younger sister had something important to say, she accepted what her younger sister was telling her. As she learned more, she appreciated that her sister came to her with this situation. And finally, she engaged with her younger sister by giving her advice, encouragement, and reassurance. Does that make sense? Let's take a look at the negative states of communication.